Hi, welcome back to another edition of News to help you know the place you love to live. I am Mayor Sue Ann Hohimer of the City of Normandy Park, and joining me today is,
Hi, City Manager Amy Arrington.
and we are doing a little bit of a different format today. We still want to bring you just a little snippet of our most recent meeting with the City Council of Normandy Park so that we can help you stay informed about what's going on in your city. So Amy, how should we start?
Well, it was a great night. We started off with a swearing in ceremony for 3 council members. We had 2 returning and 1 new. Susan West and Mike Bischoff returned to the City Council for another 4 years. And we have a new council member, Eric Zimmerman.
It was a great little ceremony. We made it as special as we could, being that we are not all in the same room together. So we had Judge Laurel Gibson help us with that swearing in process, and it was lovely. And so we're thrilled as a council to have a new member, and I think it's going to be a really great next couple of years of a good team of qualified people that are going to help us move things forward in the city. Consent agenda included an item that I'll point out to you, which is we had an AWC, that's the Association of Washington Cities, offers a scholarship every year to each of the 281 cities in the state of Washington. And so each city needs to put forward a name. So we held what would you call it, Amy? It wasn't really a contest. What did we
No, we
call it?
advertised for interested seniors that could apply, and we
Yours in
were
high school,
excited.
right, Amy? Not
Yes, high school
citizen.
seniors that were going on to some form of higher education, whether it be college or trade school. But anybody that was a Normandy Park resident was welcome to apply, and we did get a couple applications.
Yes, we did. And our education committee got together and decided to put forward the name of Wednesday Satterley, and she's been involved with lots of city staff and lots of leadership at her school, presented a very thorough application. And so we put forward her name. So I just thought would take a moment here to say congratulations to Wednesday Satterley. Thank you to the other applicant, and we look forward to more people applying in the future.
I'm going to steal the floor. We
Go for
skipped an important item of a business at the agenda after the swearing in. We did some organization. We are a council manager form of government, which means the city council every 2 years selects the mayor and deputy mayor to serve the public. And after that process was complete, Mayor Sue Ann Hohimer was selected to be mayor for another 2 years.
I am very
And we
grateful.
also welcome Susan West as our deputy mayor.
It's going to be a great duo. I think I'm looking forward to working with her, and I think she'll bring some great leadership aspects to the council as well. So yeah, did not mean to forget to mention that. That's important.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much. I think we're both very honored to serve, and I'm certainly thankful to my fellow council members for putting my name forward and electing for me to serve for 2 more years. So I'm very thankful for that. We didn't have any continued business this month, so we moved right on into new business. Amy, why don't you give us a little snippet of that first item?
That first item, we asked the city council to consider a contract with architectural firm Miller Hall, who's been working with us on our new proposed civic center. And what this contract would do would be kicking off the actual design and construction documents for the facility that we have been working on, and have a basic site plan that we'd like to see developed. The contract was for approximately $420,000. There was some good discussion, and the city council asked that we hold off on any approval until February. And I think a big part of that is that the council wanted a little bit more time to look at it and also give our newest council member, Eric Zimmerman, a chance to really dive deep and get a good feel for the project and the cost before we really commit to anything. Because while this is not still a good bit of money, there's a lot more additional funding that will need to come if we get this all the way through completion.
Got it. And Eric Zimmerman brings a lot of background knowledge in grant writing and in budgeting and in fundraising. So I think it'll be important to have his input on all of this. And so just holding off for a month, I think has got some wisdom to it. And yeah, it'll be good. I think we're all very excited about the potential for this project, and yet we really want to honor the fact that we want to be very wise stewards of the money that our Normandy Park residents put forth, and we want to make sure that we're making the most of all the current economic climate. So we'll see that come back to us in February. Next, we went on to the Sequoia and Walker Creek Culvert project. We had some information come to us about that is some good news, and it required a little bit of work on our part. The state of Washington is doing a really good job, in my opinion, of making necessary, well, I should say supporting necessary repairs to creeks and culverts throughout our state that really support our salmon life and other important ecological elements. And so I guess we were notified that we received more money. Is that right, Amy, for one of the projects?
That is correct. So what we worked on and the council ultimately approved was to move forward, having our engineer work on the continued design that would replace these two culverts, and it would be grant funded, excuse me. And once complete, we'll be at 60% completion on the design.
And so what's the plan for getting that other 40%?
We will keep working with the county and the state and to continue to look for grant funding to help get us to 100% completion, and then hopefully get that grant funding to make the actual improvements. Next, we asked the city council to use some ARPA funding. As you know, we have been a recipient of some additional funding via the federal government to help us in certain areas due to the COVID impact. And one of the things that we've been working on is improvements to what we call the Emergency Operations Center, which also is our commission chamber. Is we were looking for some new audio visual equipment to really get us a great system. Yeah. No, I think it was brought up by Deputy Mayor West that I think for 10 years, the council's been trying to do something. And the point of it is to really have a great interactive meeting where the council can easily be seen and heard, and the public can participate. And what we're excited about is the improvements that we're working towards will really make a fully hybrid meeting possible, which means someday when we get back to in-person meetings, you, the public, can still stay at the comfort of your home and participate just like you were at the meeting. So we're really excited that the council agreed to use the additional ARPA fund to get us a great system. And the other exciting thing that I know Chief Dan Yurkowski reported on, because he's heading up this project being in the EOC, is with the construction of the new Civic Center, we are going to take all the equipment that we're purchasing now is going to be moved over to the new Civic Center at that time.
Great. So there'll be that little bit of sunk cost would be probably the labor and some of the wiring. But ultimately, yes. I know there were people who were concerned, like, why would you put all this money into a room that then is maybe not going to be there anymore as you build a new building? But we're working hard to make sure that all those important pieces are transferable and we can take them with us to the new place, right?
Exactly.
All right, got that one. Okay, so I don't have my notes on my screen, so I need another heads up. Next item.
The next was the consideration of creating a new official holiday for the city of Normandy Park. Yes.
Yes, we as a council declared Juneteenth a holiday in Normandy Park as something that we would recognize as a holiday. It's already been declared nationally and in the state, and so we were happy to follow suit and declare Juneteenth a holiday in the city of Normandy Park. So that'll be June 19th of 2022 will be the first time that as a city, that is a recognized holiday for us. Next
Yes.
item.
Well, we did ask the city council to look at a COLA for staff that is not represented by the union. There is a small group, mostly the leadership team in preschool, and we were just asking for consideration of a COLA to help keep up with the cost of living and the consumer
What COLA
price
stands for,
index.
right?
Yes,
Our cost of living,
yes.
and adjustment. And so I think I think what the council was sort of doing there is just saying, like, this is a good time of year to take a look at all the different um, employee salaries and just make sure that everyone's adjusted and ready to go, so that we can really know what we need to budget for accordingly, going forward, especially as we're working on such a huge plan as a civic center. We just really want to know what all of our expenses are going to be. And so that particular vote was for the um,
The non-represented
non-representative.
staff.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's about nine staff members that are not represented. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
next item.
The last big item, action item that the council took on was kind of related to organization being a new year, is we have regional and city council appointments or assignments that were made.
Okay, yes, that's good. So I think we kind of just asked all of the different council members to express what they were most interested in. And we were able to get, because of our Open Public Meetings Act, we can't just all hop on a committee. There can really only be 3 of us at a time before we open up the door to where everything has to be super official. And it makes it a little bit more challenging to really get a lot accomplished. So 3 is the limit, and I think it went pretty smoothly, don't you, Amy?
I think it was very smooth because I know you as the council all are very interested in all the elements that we're working on. But there was a great sense of coming together and compromise. So it was a great, I think a great process and exciting because some of the council committees have some new members. So I think there's going to be some new energy, new ideas that are
Good.
coming. So it was really great. A good way to
For the
kick off.
most part, yeah, I think we really try to put, try to have people serve in an area that they're already really gifted in. And in maybe a few cases, there are people who wanted to kind of branch out into a new area and maybe be the newbie for a while and sort of experience a committee with more of a beginner's mind. And that can be really helpful too. So I think we got a good blend of people serving in areas where they're already pretty knowledgeable and gifted, and some people that are able to take a look with fresh eyes. And so I look forward to the results of all of those committees, both council committees and regional. Amy, were there any other big highlights that we should point out from the evening?
The only thing we probably want to mention is our upcoming special meeting on June 25th. I'm sorry, January 25th.
Right.
We can have a special meeting in June 25th too, but for right now, let's focus on January 25th.
January 25th, and that'll be a joint meeting with the city council and the planning commissioners. Is that right?
Yes.
At 7 p.m. and that'll be on Zoom as well. So we
Yes.
encourage you to tune in for that if there are elements about our planning commission that you'd like to find out more about. That would
Yeah. And I think there'll be a strong focus on our economic development activities.
be great. Okay, well, other than that, I just feel like it was a great way to start the year. We look forward to having people tune in. So I guess with that, we can just say thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the park. Thanks, everybody.